Okay, good morning, children. So last class only most important chapters yavdu. So in order to score 140 out of 180. So then most important 6 chapters in physical chemistry, in organic as well as in inorganic. So adar ಬಗ್ಗೆ discuss ಮಾಡಿ. So one by one chapter discuss ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ I started structure of an atom. So in structure of an atom, I think we discussed more than 10 to 15 questions. So ಈ session ನಲ್ಲಿ so again same structure of atom chapter na continue ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Check ಮಾಡಿ. Yes. Okay. Now, next question. The position. One second. Okay. So question is the position and velocity of a small particle like electron. They are given electron, its position as well as velocity cannot be determined simultaneously or cannot be simultaneously determined. And this statement is, so option A, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Option 2, principle of de Broglie's wave nature of electron. Option 3, Pauli's exclusion principle. Option 4, Aufbau principle. So in structure of atom, okay, so you come across 4 different principles. Okay, first one they have given de Broglie. Forget about de Broglie's. First one you have Pauli's exclusion principle. Next one Aufbau principle. Another one is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Then each statement ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ? So next slide ಅಲ್ಲಿ observe ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So here, first one Pauli's exclusion principle. According to Pauli's exclusion principle, it states that no two electrons of the same atom can have same values for all quantum numbers. So this is the exact statement. Or it is not possible by any two electrons of the same atom to have same set of values for all 4 quantum numbers. This is Pauli's exclusion principle. Then exact meaning Pauli's exclusion principle. So here you can check. So let me take one simple example of helium. If I take helium, atomic number of helium is 2 and its electronic configuration is 1s2. Electronic configuration of helium is 1s2. For this electronic configuration, quantum numbers tagontini. N is equals to 1 ide, therefore it is 1. Then L is equals to S ide, we know that for S it is 0. Then again M is also 0, where S is equal to. So here we are having 2 electrons. This is 1s1, 1s2. For first electron, spin quantum number off agate. Similarly for second electron, N is equals to 1, L is equals to 0, M is equals to 0 and S is equals to -1/2. So ನೀವು ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ orbital ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, either it is 1s or you take p orbital or you take d orbital. Either s, p or d or f. ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ orbital ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. We know that each orbital can occupy maximum of how many electrons? 2 electrons. Those 2 electrons are always with opposite spin. Always with opposite spin. So even particular orbital ge principal quantum number same irbodu, even azimuthal quantum number same irutte, even magnetic quantum number also remains the same, but spin quantum number changes. So one electron is always having plus of, another electron is having minus of. This is what Pauli's exclusion principles. So no 2 electrons of an orbital can have same set of values for all 4 quantum numbers. ಯಾವುದೇ quantum number same ಇದ್ರು ಒಂದು particular change ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ change ಆಗೋ quantum number ಯಾವುದು? Spin. So spin quantum number always different. Spin quantum number is always different. This is Pauli's exclusion principle. After Pauli's exclusion principle, next one is Aufbau principle. According to Aufbau principle, the principle states that At the ground state of an atom, electrons filled in various orbitals in the increasing order of their energies. Nothing but lower energy orbitals filled first, followed by the higher orbitals. So there are two conditions, energy orbitals there. So lower energy, higher energy, and the two conditions irutte. Electrons first yavudಕ್ಕೆ enter ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, they are going to enter into lower energetic orbitals. Lower energetic orbitals enter ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Then how to determine whether the given orbital is with lower energy or higher energy? Energy lower ಇದೆಯಾ higher ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಗೆ determine ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? So in order to determine the energy of any orbital, now use ಮಾಡೋದು this one, that is n plus L rule. By using n plus L rule, it is possible to determine energy of any orbitals. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು condition ಬರುತ್ತೆ. First one, between two orbitals, the orbital with maximum n plus L. ತುಂಬಾ confusion ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೀರಾ exams ಅಲ್ಲಿ. This is n plus L, not n plus 1. ನಾನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಾಗ ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೀರಾ, ಇದನ್ನ n plus 1 ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. This is not n plus 1, this is n plus L. So ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಆಫ್ L, it looks like 1. So ಅದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ, it is n plus L. So between two orbitals, the orbital with maximum n plus L value has high energy. So n plus L value ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ energy of orbital is also high. Second one, if both orbitals get same n plus L value, ಎರಡು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಎರಡರದ್ದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ n plus L ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ, then orbital with highest n value has highest energy. So ಇದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ in order to prove this one. Okay. So now, if I take scandium, atomic number of scandium is 21. Electronic configuration of scandium is argon 4s2 3d1. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಡೌಟ್ ಅರೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಏನು, why electrons entered into 4s first, then they enters into 3d. 4s first enter ಆಗಿ ಯಾಕೆ 3d ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Why not 3d then 4s? So you consider 4s and another one is 3d. In case of 4s, what about value of n? So n is 4. So in case of 3d, what about value of n? So n is 3. Next, value of L. In case, yes, we know that L is equals to 0 for s orbital, and for d orbital L is equals to 2. So in case of 4s, n value is 4 and L value is 0. In case of 3d, n value is 3 and L value is 2. Now you take n plus L rule. According to n plus L rule, add ಮಾಡಿ 4 plus 0 it is 4, 3 plus 2 is 5. So between 4s and 3d, n plus L value ಯಾವುದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ? 3d ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. Therefore, energy of 3d is greater than 4s. Symbolically, 4s is less than 3d. So statement ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ? ಪಾಲಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತು, ಅಪರ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತು, ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಲೋಯರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ 4s and 3d, ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಆಫ್ 4s is less, electrons enters into 4s first, followed by 3d. ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್, ಇಫ್ ದ ರಿಮೈನ್ಸ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್, ಎರಡು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಅವಾಗ ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ 4s, another one 3p. In case of 4s and 3p, calculate value of n plus L. So here n is equals to 4, here n is equals to 3. Here L is equals to 0, here L is equals to 1. So we know that for LP, L is equals to 1. 4 plus 0 is 4, 3 plus 1 is 4. So n plus n value ಏನಾಯ್ತು? n plus L value of 4s is equal to 3p. ಇಲ್ಲಿ n plus L value same ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. According to n plus L rule, if n plus L value of two orbitals are same, then electron enters into the one with lower value of n. So between 3p and 4s ನಾನು n value consider ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. So in case of 3p, n is equals to 3 And in case of 4s, n is equals to 4. So higher value of principal quantum number 4s irodrinda, the energy of 3p is lesser than 4s. Since energy of 3p is lesser than 4s, electrons enters into 3p, then to 4s, then to 4s. So this is n plus L rule. So I've taken a simple example of n plus L rule. Okay. So the Aufbau principle. So according to Aufbau principle, lower energy orbitals filled first, followed by higher energy orbitals. Then how to calculate energy of orbital? Energy of any orbital can be calculated by using n plus L rule. So after n plus L rule, we have next one, that is Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. According to Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity, among the orbitals of same energy, electrons filled singly first, then pairing takes place. So under electrons pairing initially agala, electrons one electrons fill admele enagate, it gets starts pairing. Among the orbitals of same energy, electrons do not start pairing until all these orbitals are singly occupied. So hege workout agate. Let me take an example of p. Okay. So this is p orbital ankoli. We know that maximum number of electrons that can be filled in any p orbital is 6, but we have 5 electrons. 5 electrons say fill martira. If I fill like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is wrong. E tara fill ಮಾಡಬಾರದು. So filling ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, all the available orbitals must occupy 1 electron. So 1, then 2, then 3. Now pairing agate 4 and 5. Instead of 3 orbitals on another 5 orbitals tagondre, again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again it is 6. According to Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity, pairing of electron takes place only after all the available orbitals are occupied by single electron. Ella orbital allu one electron occupy admele enagate, pairing start agate. So now you think the position of something, position matte velocity kottidare anta helidre, it is always Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. According to Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, delta x delta p is always greater than or equal to h divided by 4 pi. So h by 4 pi anta baroduna, some of the materials and some of the question bank alli en madirtare, they are going to give like delta x into delta p is greater than or equal to h bar by 2 anta mention madirtare. Then what is h bar? This h bar is nothing but h by 2 pi. H by 2 pi. The position and momentum or velocity of any particle cannot be determined simultaneously is always Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Therefore, for this question, option 1 is correct. Clear? Next statement notefully for Pauli's exclusion, Aufbau principle, Hund's rule, as well as n plus L rule. Next, which of the following electron transition, they have given electron transition in hydrogen atom will require the largest amount of energy? Then what is electron transition? So we have two states. One is ground state and another one is excited state. Ground state and excited state. Let me consider unpaired electrons. In case paired electron ittu andre transition agalla, so transition requires more energy. So there is an unpaired electron. This unpaired electron is going to absorb some energy. Okay, it absorbs some energy. So energy absorb madadmele enagate, ground state to high excited state jump agate. Excited state jump agbeku andre ground state alliro electron enagbeku, it must absorb some energy. When the electron which is present in ground state is absorbed some energy, it excited or it transited into the excited state. But excited state it is always unstable. So excited state in the matte ground state barata. While coming back from excited state to ground state, it is going to re-emit the absorbed radiation in the form of E is equals to H nu, in the form of photon. Exhibit madate. This is what we call it as color. So now cloths color ide, different materials color ide, rainbow kanisate, something, whatever another color kanistide andre, it is just nothing but electron jumps from higher state to lower state, okay, by eliminating some sort of energy. A energy ellinda eliminate madate, a energy ellinda bantu, ground state and excited state hogbekare en madirate, same quantity or same sort of energy nadu observe madirate. Then, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ decide ಮಾಡೋದು? Which of the following electron transition in an hydrogen will require the largest amount of energy? Then how to calculate energy? They have given n is equals to 1 to 2, n is equals to 2 to 3. Now different orbital state ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. If it is nucleus, now. So let me take this one as n is equals to 1. This is 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. up to infinity. So up to infinity vargu move agide. So now you think which is correct. Which of the following electron transition in an hydrogen atom will require the largest amount of energy? Let me use some common sense. We know that this nucleus is always positively charged. Positive charged. And the electrons which are present, we know that electrons are negatively charged. Electrons are negatively charged. Option A, from n is equals to 1 to n is equals to 2. Ilon electron ide andre, the negative charge, positive charge go force of attraction tumba strong ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ because distance is very less. Since distance is very less, force of attraction is maximum. So the ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, force is always inversely proportional to distance. As the force increases, distance decreases, or as the force decreases, distance increases. Force is inversely proportional to distance. Since distance is very less, force of attraction is maximum. So electron ಏನಾದ್ರೂ n is equals to 1 to n is equals to 2 ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ force of attraction break ಮಾಡಿ jump ಆಗಬೇಕು. Therefore it requires maximum energy. First condition. This is for n is equals to 1 to n is equals to 2. Let me consider option 2, option B, that is n is equals to 2 to n is equals to 3. So electron illide, illinda illige jump ಆಗಬೇಕು. When compared to n is equals to 1, distance between n is equals to 2 and nucleus is more. Therefore force of attraction is less. The energy required is always less when compared to A. So n is equals to 1 to 2, distance ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ, force ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, therefore energy ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. But in case of option B, distance ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, force of attraction decrease ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, so energy also decreases. Option C, from infinity to 1. So infinity ಇಂದ 1 ಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ it needs least energy. Again from 3 to 5, again it also needs least energy. Therefore, which of the following electron transition in an hydrogen atom will require the largest amount of energy is option A, from n is equals to 1 to n is equals to 2. So this is option A. ಇದು just orbital ಮತ್ತೆ structural diagram ತಗೊಂಡು explain ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ how electron transition takes place from first orbit to second orbit. ಇದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು explain ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. You can take another example. So ಈ explanation ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದಾದ್ರೆ expression ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. We know that energy is directly proportional to 1 divided by n2 square minus n1 square. ಈ expression ನೀವು check ಮಾಡಿ, energy is always inversely proportional to square of the orbit. So value of n decrease ಆದಷ್ಟು energy increase ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. If the value of n increases, energy decreases. So here energy of anything is inversely proportional to n. Therefore option A, from n is equals to 1 to n is equals to 2. Okay, so this is. So ಇದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Which one? Force is inversely proportional to distance. Maximum concept ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನ ಲೈಕ್ accept ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ necessity ಇರಲ್ಲ, just ಇದೊಂದು ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತು. Force is inversely proportional to distance. So how? If I take atomic size, if the atomic size increases, force of attraction between nucleus as well as electron decreases. So size ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ force of attraction decrease ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That size is nothing but what? Distance. So not only in case of atomic structure, physics as well as chemistry, even in case if I take carbon to carbon single bond, then carbon to carbon double bond, then carbon to carbon triple bond. So we'll check madi carbon to carbon single bond distance is very high when compared to distance between carbon to carbon double bond when compared to carbon triple bond. Therefore force ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? Force of attraction in carbon to carbon triple bond is very high when compared to carbon double bond and when compared to carbon single bond. So as the distance increases, force of attraction always decreases. So for this question, option A is correct. Next. In Bohr's series, Bohr's atomic model is there. In Bohr series, lines of hydrogen spectrum, the third line from the red end corresponds to which one of the following inter-orbit jumps of the electron for Bohr's orbit in an atom of hydrogen. So Bohr's series kodidare. So according to Bohr's atomic series, 5 series barate. First one is Lyman series, Balmer series, Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, another one Brackett, and another one Pfund. Line spectrum of hydrogen consists of 5 series. According to Bohr, it consists of Lyman series, Balmer series, Paschen series, Brackett series, and Pfund series. So jumping yavagagate if it corresponds to red. So here I have taken a simple example of line structure of hydrogen atom. This is line spectrum of hydrogen, line spectrum of hydrogen. As I told, it consists of 5 series. First one is Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, Brackett, Pfund series. Then what is Lyman series? In Lyman series, you observe madi. So this is n is equals to 1. This is n is equals to 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6, 7. Even you take 8. Observe ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Electron transition ನೋಡಿ 2 to 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Again 3 to 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 4 to 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 5 to 1, 6 to 1, 7 to 1, 8 to 1. So if I take n is equals to 1 as a lower energy state, if an electron jumps from any higher to lower, so 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, any higher state in the n is equals to 1 static ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is an example of Lyman series. If an electron transition takes place from any higher state to lower state, simple example, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಇಂದ ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಗೆ ಬರ್ತೀರಾ, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಇಂದ ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಳ್ತೀರಾ, ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಇಂದ ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಯಾವುದೇ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಇಂದ ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಳ್ತೀರಾ ಅನ್ನೋದಾದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ Lyman series. In second condition, if 3 to 2, 4 to 2, 5 to 2, 6 to 2, if an electron jumps from any higher state to second state, that is n is equals to 2, we call it as Balmer series. If an electron jumps from any higher state to third state, we call it as Paschen. If an electron jumps from any higher to fourth bracket, any higher to fifth state, we call it as Pfund series. So Brackett series is nothing but it is a series of lines which are obtained when an electron jumps from any higher state to first state. Balmer series is again lines of spectrum which are obtained when an electron jumps from any higher state to second state. If an electron jumps from any higher state to third state, we call it as Paschen series. If an electron jumps from any higher state to fourth state, we call it as Brackett series. If an electron jumps from any higher state to fifth state, we call it as Pfund series. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ವೇವ್ಲೆಂತ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಸೊ 3 to 2 ಇದೆ, ದೆನ್ 4 to 1 ಇದೆ, 5 to 2 ಇದೆ, 2 to 5 ಇದೆ. But in case of line spectrum of hydrogen, they are given third line from the red end. So from third line in the red end vargu yavudಕ್ಕೆ jump ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So it is an example of inter-orbit jumps. Guess ಮಾಡಿ by using line spectrum of hydrogen. Okay, fine children. ಈ problem try ಮಾಡಿ. Okay, I want answer in next class. So line spectrum of hydrogen decide ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So ಇದನ್ನ just reference ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಆ problem ನ solve ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ try ಮಾಡಿ. So in your mobile it's better you take the screenshot of this one. Screenshot ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, try ಮಾಡಿ. Okay, fine. So next question. The value of Planck's constant, they are given value of h, that is 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. The velocity of light, they are given value of c. Which value is closest to the wavelength in a nanometer of a quantum light with a frequency of 8 into 10 to the power 15 per second? So here we need to calculate lambda, wavelength calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. They are given nu, that is 8 into 10 to the power 15 per second. Then they are given velocity of light, c is equals to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. And another one, they have given value of h is equals to 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. Use de Broglie's equation. From de Broglie's equation, we know that lambda is equals to h divided by m into c. Okay, de Broglie equation use modadadre, we know the value of h, we know the value of c, but we don't know about m. Mass gotilla. So mass gotilla, so hey calculate ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? So we want value of lambda. Okay, so lambda ಹೇಗೆ calculate ಮಾಡೋದು? Answer, guess ಮಾಡಿ. Is there any other formula to calculate lambda? So we know that nu is equals to c by lambda. ಇಷ್ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ. There is no need of using value of h. h ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ನೆಸೆಸಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. Answer. Just use value of c lambda. Okay. We know that nu frequency is nothing but c divided by lambda, but we need to calculate lambda. Therefore, lambda is equals to c divided by nu, where c is velocity of light, nu is frequency. Substitute ಮಾಡಿ answer ಹೇಳಿ. Come on children's, answer. You know the value of c, where c is equals to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, whole divided by frequency is 8 into 10 to the power 15 per second. Per second cancel, which is equals to something. 3 by 8 into. Any answers? Simple mathematics ಇದೆ, substitute ಮಾಡಿ. 3 by 8 into 10 to the 3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by 8 into 10 to the power 15. Okay, active ಆಗಿರಿ. So you take 3 by 8 into 15 numerator ಬಂದ್ರೆ it becomes minus 15. Therefore 3 by 8 into 10 to the power 8 into 10 to the power minus 15, which is equals to 3 divided by 8 into ಸೊ +8 - 15 ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 15 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 8 ಹೋದ್ರೆ 15 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 8 ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 10 to the power -7. So 3/8 into 10 to the power -7 ಇದೆ, but we want in nanometers. 10 to the power -9 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕು. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 3/8 into 10 to the power -7. Anybody? Come on, children. Answer. Simple mathematics 3/8 ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ? Anybody? ಬೇಗ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ. Okay, so 3/8 into 10 to the power -7. Calculator iralla ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So let me use some common sense. 3/8 into 10 to the power -7 ಇದೆ. Let me consider 3 is nearly equal to 4 ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 4 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 4 ones are 4 2s ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 1/2 is 0.5. 0.5 into 10 to the power -7 ಆಯ್ತು. ಈ ಕಡೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ it becomes 5 into 10 to the power -8 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So 5 into 10 to the power 8 ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ I'm going to multiply into 10 to the power -1. Since I have taken 3/8 ನ ನಾನು ನಿಯರ್ಲಿ ರೌಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ it is nearly equal to 4. So it is nearly equal to 4 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Therefore option may be 10 to the power, sorry, 4 into 10 to the power -1. It may be option D. Round off ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ನ. Next. As electron moves away from the nucleus, its potential energy. There are two types of energy. We know that one is potential energy, and another one kinetic energy. So potential energy and kinetic energy sum ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we are going to get total energy, where total energy is the sum of potential energy and kinetic energy. Then what exactly potential energy is? Potential energy is nothing but the energy which is stored in body. Store ಆಗಿರೋ ಎನರ್ಜಿನ potential energy ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀನಿ. So energy which is in motion is called as kinetic energy. If I take this is a nucleus, first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, fourth orbit, fifth orbit, sixth, seventh. If an electron moves away from the nucleus, so electron is moving away from the nucleus, what about its energy? ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Okay, same structure of atom ಅಲ್ಲಿ derive ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ, that is kinetic energy of an electron is equal to, so kinetic energy of any electron is given by Ze square divided by 2r. This is an expression which is used to calculate kinetic energy of the molecule. Similarly, potential energy is equal to minus potential energy of any electron is given by minus Ze square divided by r. ಈ two expression use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು try ಮಾಡಿ. Kinetic energy is inversely proportional to radius. Therefore, as the radius increases, kinetic energy decreases. So, ಈ expression ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? Energy is inversely proportional to radius. Therefore, as the radius increases, kinetic energy decreases. ಇಲ್ಲಿ decrease ಅಲ್ಲಿದೆ, option B ನಲ್ಲಿದೆ, but option B decrease ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಯಾವುದು? Kinetic energy, but not potential energy. This is kinetic energy. But in case of potential energy, you observe potential energy is again inversely proportional to R, but which carries a sign of negative. Negatively proportional agide andre that potential energy is directly proportional to R. Therefore, as the distance increases, energy also increases. Therefore, as the electron moves away from the nucleus, its potential energy goes on increases. Therefore, it is option A. So potential energy increase agate, kinetic energy decrease agate. So as electron moves away from the nucleus, kinetic energy decreases, potential energy increases. You can use these relations in order to explain this question. Option A is correct. Option B is wrong. Option B is for kinetic energy. So question is for potential energy. Therefore, for potential energy, option A. In case same question enadru as electron moves away from the nucleus, its kinetic energy anta kelidre, then it is option B. Divya, you do one thing, madam. Leave agi, matte join agi. I think you are facing some network issues. Okay, so leave agud matte join agi. Next. Which of the following atoms and ions are isoelectronic? That is, they have same number of electrons. Iso means same. Electronic means the one which are having the same number of electrons. Same number of electrons ittu andre we call it as isoelectronic. Isoelectronic with the neon atom. They have given neon atom, so neon total number of electrons estirutte. So neon having number of electrons is 10 because its atomic number is also 10. So 10 electrons there. Now, if I take fluorine, fluorine 9 electrons irutte plus since it carries one more extra electron add aitu, therefore 10 electrons. Option B, we have oxygen atom. Total number of electrons in oxygen atom is again 8 atomic number. If I take magnesium, magnesium is 12. Again, it is having 12 electrons. If I take N minus, nitrogen is 7 minus again carries 1. So therefore, total number of electrons is 8. Which of the following atoms and ions are isoelectronic with neon is option A. So same option A, nothing but 10 electrons here. Another examples baritini. If I take sodium, atomic number 11 agate. If I write plus, again it is having 10 electrons. If I take magnesium, magnesium is having 12 electrons. If I remove 2 electrons from magnesium, again it becomes 10. If I take aluminium, aluminium is having 13 electrons. Out of 13 electrons, if I remove 3 electrons, again it becomes 10. If I take oxygen, oxygen is having 8 electrons. If I add 2 more electrons, it becomes 10. If I take nitrogen, for nitrogen, if I add 3 more electrons, again nitrogen will become 10. Again, if I take another like carbon, if I add 4 electrons to carbon, it becomes 10. So, Nanil Kotiro, all 6 examples are isoelectronic with neon, even fluorine also. So, isoelectronic species are nothing but these are the species which are having same number of electrons. Therefore, it is option A. Okay, Samprita option B and the Kalsidra put it's wrong. Option A is correct. Option B nal 8 electrons is there, not 10. Therefore, it is option A. Next, in Bohr's model of an atom, when an electron jumps from n is equals to 1 to n is equals to 3, first orbit in the third orbit jump agide, how much energy will be emitted or absorbed? So here you need to calculate energy just by knowing transition state. Transition state nodkondu energy calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? So energy ಏನು absorb ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Delta E, change in energy is equal to. So here we need to calculate how much energy is needed. Therefore delta E is equals to ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ jump ಆಗಿದೆ? An electron jumps from first energy level to third energy level, that is E1 minus E3. First energy in the third energy calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Then what about for first energy? First energy, nothing but energy transition state ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? Answer. Name. Okay. So anonymous name ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, so I have sent option B. Marine or rocky option A, but how, sir? I want explanation or formula. ಯಾವ formula use ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? Option D. How? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೇರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Just observe ಮಾಡಿ. In option they have given erg. SI unit ನೀವು compulsory check ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. It's erg. We know that energy can be expressed in terms of joules. Even energy of an electron is expressed in terms of electron volts. Different units will express ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. We are going to express in terms of erg, electron volt, joules. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು erg ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So erg ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? There is one formula E which is equals to something divided by n square. I hope you got it. Simple formula ಇದೆ. Energy E is equals to something divided by n square. Okay, ಆ something ಏನು? Electron volt ಗೆ something ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Joules ಗೆ different. Again erg is also different. So in case erg ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is in case of erg E is equals to 2.179 into 10 to the power minus 11 divided by n square ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So this expression is true. If you want to explain answer in terms of erg. So ಈಗ check ಮಾಡಿ. So E1 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ which is equal to E1 ಇದೆ, therefore n is equals to 1. n is equals to 1 substitute ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it is just 2.179 into 10 to the power minus 11 minus E3, n is equals to 3 ಬೇಕು, therefore 2.179 into 10 to the power minus 11 whole divided by 3 square ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 9 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. You take 2.179 as common. So 2.179 common ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 2.179 into 10 to the power minus 11 common ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ we end up with 1 minus 1 by 9 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Solve ಮಾಡಿ answer ಹೇಳಿ. Come on. Option. Solve ಮಾಡಿ sir. Option A 2.15 ಬರುತ್ತಾ? Check ಮಾಡಿ. Everything is there on your screen. Just solve ಮಾಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. 2.179 into 10 to the power minus 19 into 8 divided by 9. Okay. So now 2.179 into 10 to the power minus 11. Now LCM ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ it changes to 8 divided by 9 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay. So 8 by 9 ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? So ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. If it is 9 by 9, answer 1 ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. Since numerator is greater than denominator, answer is less than 1 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Less than 1 like 0.9 or 0.8 ಬರ್ಬೋದು. When 0.9 or 0.8 multiplied by 2.179, so ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? It is less than 2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Less than 2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ option B is correct. ನೀವು multiplication ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ. Okay. So just you do 8 divided by 9. 8 divided by 9 is 0.9 something. So that 0.9 something into 2.179 multiply ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 8 by 9. 8 by 9. Answer is 2. Calculator. 8 by 9. Answer 8 by 9. So 8 divided by 9 is 0.88. So 0.88 is there. So I'm going to multiply 0.88 for this one, which is equals to 2.17 into 10 to the power minus 11 into 0.88. So again multiply ಮಾಡಿ 0.88 into 2.17. 2.17. So it is 1.109 into 10 to the power minus 11 ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. 1 ನಾನು ಈ ಕಡೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ, then it changes to 0.1109 into 10 to the power minus 10. It is nothing but nearly option B. It is 0.1 something into 10 to the power minus 10. So option B. It's not A. Next, the electronic configuration of the given a di-positive metal M2 plus is 2814. So let me take M and another one is M2 plus. Electronic configuration of M2 plus is 2814, which is nothing but 8 plus 2 is 10, 10 plus 14 is 34. 34 or 24. So it is 24. Then what about M? We know that M2 plus is obtained by removal of 2 electron. Therefore, ML ಏನಿರಬೇಕು 24 plus 2 electron ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Nothing but 36 ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. Sorry. M is anything, M2 plus is obtained by the loss of 2 electron. Electron loss ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 24 ಇದೆ. So electron ಮುಂಚೆ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, total number of electrons will become 26. And its atomic weight is 56 AMU. They have given atomic weight A is equals to 56. Then number of neutron in its nuclei would be, we need to calculate number of neutrons. So we know the formula A is equals to Z plus N. Okay, A is equals to Z plus N. We know that number of electron is always nothing but its atomic number. Therefore, 56, which is equals to 26 plus N. Therefore, N is equals to 56 minus 26, which is equals to 30. Therefore, for this question, option A. The electronic configuration of a di-positive metal ion is given. It's 2814 and its atomic weight is 56. The number of neutrons in nuclei would be 30. So therefore 26 ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ given metal ಯಾವುದು? Iron. Di-positive metal ಯಾವುದು? Fe2+. Therefore it is option A, 30. Okay. Option A ಬಂದಿದ್ಯಾ? So same question, ಇದೇ ತರನ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು question ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. You try this one. Okay, fine. So next question ನೋಡಿ, the electronic configuration of same question. Now I'm going to give the electronic configuration of, instead of di-positive, I'm going to give M7 plus. An electronic configuration of a something, a 7 plus ion is 2, 8, 2, 8, 10. And its atomic weight is 50. A is equals to 50. Then what about number of neutrons? Electronic configuration of a hexa positive metal ion M plus 7 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, that is 2, 8, 10. Its atomic mass is 50. Then what about number of neutrons? I want number of neutrons. Again use formula A is equals to Z plus N. Therefore N is equals to A minus Z. But ನೀವು Z calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ Z ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? For this total number of electrons add this positive charge. So loss ಆಗಿರೋ electron ಗೆ ನೀವು positive charge add ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you will get total number of electrons, that is atomic number. After getting atomic number, you tell me the answer. Come on children. ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ ಬಿ ಅಂತ ಯಾವುದು ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ನನಗೆ ಆ ನಂಬರ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ 20, 22, 25, 28, 30, which one? First you calculate Z ಗೊತ್ತಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ n ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Rashi, very good sir. Shruti, very good madam. It's 23. Somebody by name G, 23. Very good children. It is 23. So how it is 23? So 10 plus 8 plus 2, it is 20. So now 7 electrons add ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so number of electrons will become 27. Therefore it is nothing but 23. So ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So let us move on to next question. Okay, here. The nucleus of an atom can be assumed to be sphere. Okay, nucleus ಇದೆ. ಆ nucleus an atom ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? Sphere ಆಗಿದೆ, spherical. The radius of nucleus of mass number ಏನು? A, and they have given radius as 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 30 into A to the power 1 by 3 centimeter. So A to the power 1 by 3 centimeter they have given. Radius of one atom is 1 angstrom. So they have given radius of one atom is 1 angstrom. If the mass number is 64, then the fraction of atomic volume that is occupied by the nucleus. You need to calculate fraction of the atomic volume. ಇದೊಂದು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶೋರ್ ನೀಟಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್. ನೀವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಹೇಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಓಕೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಸರ್. ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಓದಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಟೋಮಿಕ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಟೋಮಿಕ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್. ಬಟ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಟೋಮಿಕ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಡೇಟಾನ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾನು ಬರ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲೇನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, radius of an atom is 1 angstrom. Idhan first ಬರ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ. Therefore radius of one atom is 1 angstrom. 1 angstrom ಅಂದ್ರೆ meaning ಏನು? Which is equal to 1 into 10 to the power minus 10 meters. Next ಏನಿದೆ, ಮಾಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ is 64 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಮಾಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? It is nothing but A. Therefore A is equals to 54. A is equals to 54. Next ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, the radius of nucleus of mass number is A and is given by, even they have given radius of the nucleus. Therefore radius of nucleus is equal to 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 13 into A to the power 1 by 3 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. But we know the value of A. What is the value of A? A is 54. Therefore if I substitute ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 13 into 54 to the power 1 by 3 cube root of 54. ಇದೊಂದು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಟೋಮಿಕ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಟೋಮಿಕ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್? ಸೊ ಆಟೋಮಿಕ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್, ಆಟೋಮಿಕ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನ್ ಆಟಮ್. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಟು ದ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಟಮ್. ಸೊ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ divided by volume of atom. Volume of nucleus and volume of atom is nothing but fraction of the atomic volume. So fraction ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ರೇಷಿಯೋ. ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಯಾವ್ದು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆಟಮ್ಗೆ. ಆಟಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸೊ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್. ಸೊ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಟು ದ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್. ರೇಷಿಯೋ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ, ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಟು ದ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ ಅಂತ ರಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರ, ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್. Sorry, sir, A is equals to 64. Okay, 64, 23. Solve ಮಾಡಿ. Okay, so ಈ data as it is ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ erase ಮಾಡಿ next continue ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. So now you check. So ನನಗೇನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು, ನಾನು ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, we want fraction. Therefore, volume of nucleus to volume of an atom. Volume of an atom, which is equal to, what is volume of nucleus? Volume ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ನಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಸ್ಪೆರಿಕಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್? ವಿ ನೋ ದಟ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ ಈಸ್ 4/3 pi r cube. Therefore 4/3 pi r cube divided by, again atom is also spherical, that is 4/3 pi r cube. So 4/3 pi r cube, 4/3 pi r cube ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ. ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, 4/3 pi 4/3 pi ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, which is equal to radius of the nucleus cube divided by radius of an atom cube, which is equal to, what is radius of a nucleus? Radius of nucleus ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, that is 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 13 into, so A is to 64 to the power 1/3 whole divided by, and we need to take radius of an atom. So radius of an atom ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, 1 angstrom ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ 1 into 10 to the power minus 8 ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ, ಹೋಲ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿ. 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 13 into 64 1/3 whole cube whole divided by 1 into 10 to the power minus 18 whole cube. Answer 37. How come sir 37 ಹೇಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ, ಹೌ? ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ. Hmm? 64. Sir, they have given mass number. Mass number is nothing but atomic mass. Atomic mass is 64. Huh? Where? Sir, ಯಾರದು what is the meaning of RH ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರ? In which concept? How A is 54? I'm sorry sir, A is 64. In question only they have given mass number. Mass number is 64. Option B, option B, option B. So maximum you are studying it as option B. Okay. So now ignoring 1.25 and whole cube ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ, multiplied by 10 power minus 13 whole cube. 13 3s are 13 3s are ಎಷ್ಟು? ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಬೇಗ. 13 3s are 13 3s are 39. Therefore it is 10 to the power minus 39 into 64 1/3 whole cube whole divided by 10 to the power 24. 8 ಇದೆ, ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 24 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ 3 3 cancel, which is equal to 1.25 whole cube. 1.25 into 1.25 into 1.25. 1.25 into 1.25 into 1.25. 1.25 cube ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Therefore you multiply 1.25 into 1.25 into 1.25. 1 point. Okay, we will end up with 1.95. Okay, 1.25 whole cube. 1.95 into 64 whole cube will cancel agata, hence it is 64 into 10 to the power minus 39 whole divided by 10 to the power minus 24, which is equal to 1.95 into 64. So it is nothing but 1.248 into 24 ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ it becomes plus 24. So plus 24 ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 39 minus 24. 39 minus 24 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you will end up with 10 to the power minus 15. But ನಿಮಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. So it is nothing but, since we want in case of centimeter, it is 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 13. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 15 ಇದೆ centimeter na 10 to the power 2 reduce ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 1.24 into 10 to the power minus 13 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Therefore for this option D is correct. Very good, Madan. It is option D, 1.24 into 10 to the power minus 13. What? Okay, ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಏನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿರೋದು fraction of the atomic volume. First of all, fraction ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? Fraction is nothing but radius. Volume that is occupied by the nucleus. So ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? We need to calculate ratio of, fraction is nothing but ratio of what? Volume. Ratio of volume of what? They have given nucleus to atom. Question al kelirodenu, we need to calculate ratio of volume of nucleus to atom. Ratio of volume of nucleus of atom andre enu? It is nothing but volume of nucleus to the volume of atom, which is equal to volume of nucleus alli illi kottidare. Okay, volume of atom enu illi kottidare. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎ ಇದೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್? ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 4/3 pi r cube. ಅಗೇನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 4/3 pi r cube. ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ, 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 13. Next question. Choose the isosters from the following. So I'm given, choose the isosters from the following. Then what are isosters? Isosters anoduna il nodi. So now here we are given 4 things ide. One isotope ide, isobars ide, isotone ide, isosters ide. Isotopes are nothing but all isotopes of a given element have same number of protons but different number of neutrons. Nothing but elements which are having same atomic number but different mass number called as isotopes. Then what are isobars? Isobars are different chemical elements having same mass number. If they having, so here in case of isotopes, Z is same, atomic number is same. In case of isobars, atomic mass is same. Then we have isotone, where isotone is nothing but any of 2 or more species of atoms or nuclei that are having same number of neutrons. So here N is same. N remains the same. Then what are isosters? Isosters are nothing but atoms or molecules or ions of similar size. Their atomic radius remains the same, containing the same number of atoms and valence electrons. If they are having same number of atoms and valence electron, we call it as isosters. Four different isotopes are totally different than isobars, isobars than isotone, isodiene than isosters. Okay. ನಾನು example ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Now let me choose 6C12 and 6C14 and another one 7C14. Three examples ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈ first two example ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ atomic symbol ಏನು ZXA. So in these two, atomic number remains the same, therefore these two are isotopes. Atomic number is same, but atomic mass is different. But if I take second example, like either example ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋದಾದ್ರೆ, so here atomic mass remains same, atomic number is different, therefore this is isobar. This is isobar, this is isotope. Then isotones ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, their nucleus, nothing but number of neutron remains the same. Number of neutrons remains the same andre, if I take n is equals to a minus z, n values same ಬರಬೇಕು. Therefore, if I take some values like a is equals to 14 minus 6 ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ, if 14 minus 6 is 8. Similarly, if I take 16 minus 8, I am going to end up with 8. So ಅದೇ ತರ corresponding ಎರಡು example ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋದಾದ್ರೆ, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು 6C14, 8O16. These two are examples. So 14 minus 6 is again 8. 16 minus 8 is also 8. ಇದೆರಡರಲ್ಲೂ number of neutrons same ಬರುತ್ತೆ, hence it is isotones. So isotope, isobars, isotones. Then isosters from the following. So isosters ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? So by definition, ನೀವು check ಮಾಡಿ, isosters are the one which are containing same number of isosters containing same number of atoms and valence electrons. Same number of valence electrons atoms ಇರೋದು ಯಾವುದಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Now let me take NO2 minus, another one O3 minus. How many atoms are there? One nitrogen atom plus two oxygen atom, therefore total number of atoms remains 3. Here how many oxygen atoms? 3 oxygen atoms ಇದೆ. So ನೀವು charges check ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, charges remains the same. Therefore these two are examples of isosters. So isosters ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು? So number of atoms as well as their valence electron must remain the same. Same idre matra we call it as isosters. Clear? Next. Which of the following statement about the electron is incorrect? So incorrect is nothing but wrong statement ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Option A, it is a negatively charged particle. That is true. We know that electron is negatively charged particle, proton is positively charged particle, and neutron is neutral particle. B, the mass of electron is equal to mass of neutron. This is wrong. Because mass of electron is in terms of 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. So this is mass of electron, where mass of neutron is equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg. So we know that mass of proton is equals to mass of neutron. Mass of proton is equals to mass of neutron. Therefore, this is incorrect. C, it is a basic constituent of all atoms. We know that all atoms consist of electrons, protons, neutrons. Therefore, this is true. It is a constituent of cathode rays. We know that cathode rays produces electrons, and there is another one, anode rays. Anode rays produces protons. Nothing but positively charged particles. Therefore, it is option B. So incorrect kelirodrinda option B. Now, how many electrons can fit in the orbital which n is equals to 3 and L is equals to 1? N is equals to 3 andre 3. L is equals to 1 andre we know that it is P. 3p orbital ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. We know that p orbital can occupy maximum of how many electrons? 6 electrons. Hence it is option B. ISO. Okay, name. Sharan. E question nodi, how many electrons can fit in the orbital? So here it is 6. Okay. So isostress meaning kelta idira. Here it is definition. Definition ide. Check ಮಾಡಿ sir. Okay, Sharan. Okay, now ಈ question ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ n is equals to 3 and L is equals to 1 ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ we are going to take 3p. How many electrons can fit in the orbital for n is equals to 3 and n is equals to 1? Usually 6 ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. Do you think it is 6? 6 ಆಗತ್ತಾ? So it is not 6. Exact option is option A, that is 2. Why we are choosing 2 and 6? Confusion agate. 6 is not the option because if I take a 3p, 3p is in a subshell. 3p is a subshell where p subshell can occupy maximum of 6 electrons. Now there's a lot of difference between subshell as well as orbital. But our kotirodu, how many electrons can fit in the orbital? Orbital is always one orbital. One orbital can occupy maximum of how many electrons? Maximum electrons are always 2. Therefore, it is option A. Orbital anta kodtachna nenpitkolli. So any orbital can occupy maximum of how many electrons? It can occupy maximum of only 2 electrons. Next. Which of the following pairs of d orbitals will have electron density along the axis? So option A, dxy, dzx. Option B, dzx, dyz. Option C, dx square minus y square, dz square. Option D, dz square, then dxy. Along the axis, between the axis. So now league node probably. X-axis, y-axis, y-axis, z-axis, z-axis, x-axis, x, y, z-axis. So I've taken coordinates. Orbital diagram baritini. If double dumbbell shape enadru between x and y axis idre, we call this one as dxy. In case double dumbbell shape enadru between yz ittu andre, we call it as dyz. If it is in between x and z ittu double dumbbell shape andre, we call it as dzx. If double dumbbell shape is along the axis ittu andre, we call it as dx square minus y square. Again, double dumbbell shape enadru along the axis ittu andre, we call it as dz square. Question eno, which of the following pairs of d orbitals will have the electrons density along the axis? Along the axis irodu yavadu? Dx square minus y square, then dz square. Therefore, the correct option for the question is option C, dx square minus y square and dz square. So between the axis barodu dxy, dyz and dzx. Along the axis barodu dx square minus y square, then dz square. So 3 orbitals between the axis, 2 orbitals along the axis. Okay. Illa sir, 64 multiply madidini. Innosari try ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ. You can try. Okay, so option is option C. Next, the number of d electrons in Fe is not equal to, they have given not equal to number of electrons in which of the following. So now let me write electronic configuration. They have given Fe in +2 state. Fe z is equals to 26 ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. If I take Fe2 plus reduce ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Therefore configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. So exact ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ 3p6, 4s2, 3d6 ಇರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. But due to loss of 2 electron 4s ಇಂದ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Therefore D consists of how many electrons? It consists of 6 electrons. Question ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. The number of d electrons ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So number of d electrons in Fe2 plus ಅಲ್ಲಿ d electron ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 6 ಇದೆ. ಇದು ಹೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So it is having d electrons, which is not equal to the number of electrons in. So d electrons in iron. Again in d electrons it is having 6 electrons. Then p electrons in neon. So neon atomic number 10. Electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. P electrons ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So p is having how many electrons? 6 electrons. Option 3, s electrons in magnesium. Magnesium atomic number is 12. Electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. So total number of s electron 2, 4, 6. Again s is also having 6 electrons. Then p electrons in chlorine. So chlorine atomic number 17. Electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. So chlorine p electrons ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 6 plus 5, 11 electrons ಇದೆ. So which is not equal ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ. So option P, it is having 11 p electrons. So option C is also having 6s electron. This is also having 6 electrons. This is also having 6 electron. But option 4 is having 11 p electrons. Therefore option D is correct. Okay. So it is having 11. So option 4. The angular momentum of electron in d orbital is equal to. So angular momentum in d orbital is equal to. So you take option A. Option A. 2 divided by 2 into root 3h bar, where option B is 0 into h bar. Option C is root 6h bar. Option D is root 2h bar. So we need to calculate angular momentum for electrons in D. Okay. So tumba simple question idu. Angular momentum, that is orbital angular momentum of electron in any orbit is given by square root of 2 into 2 plus L, it is not 1, into h bar. By using this formula you can calculate the value of orbital angular momentum. So orbital angular momentum is given by, sorry, ನಾನು direct substitute ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Orbital angular momentum is, which is equals to square root of L into L plus 1 into h bar. L into L plus 1 h bar ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Since they have given d orbital, for d orbital L is equals to ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? It becomes 2. Substitute ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, which is equals to square root of 2 into 2 plus 1 into h bar. 2 plus 1 3 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 3 2s are 6. Therefore square root of 6 h bar. Therefore option C is correct. Same question ನಾನು s orbital ಗೆ ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ. For s, L is equals to 0. Therefore which is equal to square root of 0 into 0 plus 1 into h bar agate. Therefore, this is for s orbital. For p orbital, L is equals to 1, which is equals to square root of 1 into 1 plus 1 into h bar agate. So 1 plus 1 is 2, square root of root 2h. Therefore, this is for p orbital. This is for d orbital. F tagondre L is equals to 3. So therefore, it is 3 plus 1, 4. 4 to the 8 agate. 8 is nothing but this one. This is for F orbital. So angular momentum of S is 0 into h bar, nothing but which is equal to 0. Orbital angular momentum of S orbital is always 0. P orbital is root 2 h bar. D orbital is root 6 h bar. And F orbital is 2 into root 3 h bar. Next. No. Simple question again. What is the maximum number of orbitals? They are given orbitals that can be identified with the following quantum numbers. ಎಷ್ಟು ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ಒಂದು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, m ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 1 ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಒಂದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. n is equals to 3 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3, l is equals to 1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ p, m is equals to 0 ಅಂದ್ರೆ it may be 3pz. So 3pz ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್? It is nothing but just one orbital. Therefore, it is option A. In case m0 kottilla, just 3p kottidare andre 3p consists of how many orbitals? 3 orbitals irutte. 3p is having 3 orbital. Which one? So 3px, 3py and 3pz. So therefore it is option A, 1. Next. What is the maximum number of electrons? Illi kotirodu electrons that can be associated with the following. Now just held the m1 kotirodra s orbital irutte, it is always one orbital. We know that one orbital can occupy how many electrons? It can occupy maximum of 2 electrons. Therefore, option A is correct. Each orbital can occupy maximum of 2 electrons. Therefore, it is option A. Okay, children, this is all about today's session. I hope ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So if you have any questions, so ಏನಾದರೂ still doubts ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಾದ್ರೆ, okay. So you can use the same mail ID to send your doubts or queries. ಏನಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಇಮೇಲ್ ಐಡಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಮೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸೊ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಸೆಷನ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್, ಸ್ಟಡಿ ವೆಲ್, ಡೋಂಟ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ದೆನ್ ಸಿ ಯು ಟುಮಾರೋ.